Feed me. Feed me more. Feed me more.
Welcome to another Feed Me More Nutrition weekend live. Trying to get the mute button undone right before we start. I've got multiple streams going, so I'm like a Houdini in here, working my magic. Hope you guys are all having a great Friday afternoon. I'm got done doing my morning work. Got to get ready. Got a big conditioning day today. A big date with the Stairmaster at the gym and some other cardio equipment to really push the conditioning, straight conditioning. My other day off here. And to rest the shoulder after a long day of shoulder work yesterday. Great day. A lot of scar tissue broken up. I want to thank everybody here, you guys joining me. We're at Instagram, the big guy Ryback 22. What's up, Instagram? Yo. Everybody, Ryback TV here on YouTube, Ryback Rules on Twitch. And then we're also streaming from Ryback Reeves on Facebook. And then, guys, we're on Stationhead right now. I'm streaming. If you don't have the Stationhead app, please download it on your phone. Stationhead, it's a free radio app. There's a ton of shows on this, guys. The Ryback show will be moving to Stationhead, as well as going to still be on podcast and going live. We're going to be streaming everything together at once. We're getting a few things figured out still, but I got to get in this iRig stream. We're going to be getting this all set up to where the sound, you're going to be able to call in live on Streamhead. Where you're on the app, you follow me on there. Everything's free. You guys, you can actually communicate and talk to each other on here where everybody can listen. I'll be answering your questions still here on the platforms as well, maybe even doing the video chats from time to time. Health and fitness supplementation, nutrition, pro wrestling, guys. You got pro wrestling questions. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. But we're overall, and yes, super chats. Super chats are always welcome. Always welcome. I love the super chats. I like when I get the Google little paycheck every month and I see the super chat button. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool that those come in on that. On the advertising revenue. B. Luigi says Ryback for president. No, thank you. I'd like to live. I would not want to be assassinated my first week in office. And I don't think the people could handle that capitalism for the idea, capitalism for good would have me dead within the first week from big business, big pharma, and as all the industries merged together to have me executed in a mysterious fashion, where my legend would live on forever. But I really don't care, because once you're dead, you really don't care if people talk about you, in my opinion. At least I don't think so. But anyways, guys, I like doing what I'm doing now. Help people grow my business, entrepreneurship. I want to own a lot of different businesses. I really love being an entrepreneur. I love having control, and really Ryback rules. I like that. I don't really have to not rule after ruling. It's a tough position to leave once you get a taste of ruling, and then you're like, no, you got to go serve now. You're like, I kind of like this ruling gig. I don't know if I want to go back to that. But anyways, hope you guys are all doing well. Please download the Stationhead app. The sound on this right now. It's all going to be synced up once their tech team gets back to me with my equipment and we get everything configured so I can stream everywhere live, which is a really cool. Be doing your calls. I'll have guests calling in, guys. It's going to be a much different show. And it's going to be minimum once a week, but the Ryback show may be a daily show as well, much like this. And the Ryback show presented by Feed Me More Nutrition, premium supplements for men and women. But yeah, that's what's going on. I ask everybody in YouTube, we're going to have to definitely get more moderators at times. I just ask you don't spam the chats. And then if you do, we'll have to hide you or mute you or block you. And I don't want to have to do that, guys, but I really don't give it much thought after the initial moment. But let's leave the questions open. We got people talk mindset, motivation, whatever comes up. This is a fan-friendly, babyface show with some heel promos from time to time. Okay. Let's see here. We'll see if we have anybody in the old guest room. We got some guests in here. Get that off, you guys. But we'll have the shows will be on here on Stationhead, and then we'll be uploading them as well, probably to the podcast. Maybe not to the podcast. Maybe just going straight to Stationhead. I'm gonna see as my fire alarm beeps, and it's gonna scare my dogs. Sophie and the little guy get terrified of the beep. That's gonna be. Hopefully that doesn't go off too much more during the show. Hello. My dogs are a Frenchie. Sophie's a Frenchie, and little guy's a Boston Terrier. Another super chat from B. Luigi, throwing the cash at the big guy this afternoon. Do you remember the time you said Kane forgot his nuts, then you threw a pack of peanuts at him? I do remember that very well. I believe it was in Indianapolis, where actually me, CM Punk, and John Cena were in a triple threat main event, in which it was the first time I won the WWE Championship, from my recollection. And the Shield debuted afterwards, power bombing me through a table, which was, once again, reminding everyone my idea. And sometimes the marks can't handle that was my idea. What do you mean I didn't say I invented the triple power bomb, you dumb shits. But I'm in the main event. These 3 new guys are debuting. You don't think I'm going to have a little bit of say on what move I'm going to take through a table? And I've been power bombing guys left and right. I go, why don't you guys triple power bomb me? The move was made. They did it. It was my suggestion. Jesus, could Ryback possibly have ideas? I don't think so. I think he's dumb as fuck. Jake Truman with a super chat. Hope you're doing well. Much love, big guy. It's a beautiful day, man. I'm healthy. I'm happy. Life is amazing. Thank you, Jake, and I hope you're doing well also on your end, my friend. Another wrestling question. The wrestling questions are really strong early on. Give the guys the option. You guys will give you an inch. You'll take a mile. Personified goes, do you remember being second in the 2013 Royal Rumble? I do. I remember me and John actually being in a room alone and talking about that, because we were the final 2. But I look at pro wrestling, and I'm very I believe my take on pro wrestling, my mindset on pro wrestling, is the healthiest mindset a wrestler can have. It is physical acting. It's the most brutal, extreme thing in the world at times. And I know, and I've had the injuries, and I've proven it, and I've overcome them, and I'm allowed to have an opinion on this, and because I believe the mindset that I have, that it is physical acting, and that I embrace every role I play and go out and try to nail it, whatever that role is, no matter how that role may be perceived by people that don't want to understand that wrestling is what it is, right? It's the healthiest way, and it will allow for the most success long-term overall. And I believe if fans approached it like that as physical acting, you would respect all the wrestlers top to bottom a lot more, because too many people are very judgmental on wrestlers and the roles that they play, even though, and if they don't play those roles, mind you, those same people, oh, you have a bad attitude, you're hard to work with. What is it? What do you want? What do you people want? Physical acting. It's a fact. You can't argue that. You can't tell me I'm wrong, because it's a 100% true statement. Is there a lot of variables in there? Absolutely. But it's physical acting, physical entertainment, and that's how I approach it. And I was very proud of that role that I played, even though I believed I should have been in another role. I didn't let that stop me from going out there and perfecting the role that I played each and every time. And nobody can argue that. And it's unlike any other sport or any other thing out there. It is most similar to acting more than anything, with a very physical element. I'm drinking my Pumplex City. We got the new black shaker bottles coming, and this is just a sample. It doesn't have the logo, but we're going to have the new all black out with the new Feed Me More Nutrition Hungry logos coming in. I think Roman Reigns is amazing right now. I have nothing but love and respect for Roman. as I do all wrestlers, guys, anyone that does this, and I wish all of you did as well, and I know a lot of you do. Hold on, we'll be Luigi first, says, since we are talking about WWE, we're going to talk about all those nasty slaps you did. Be Luigi, if you could give me a little more context to that as far as what slaps, and I could explain anything to you. Jump back to another super chat. Chase says, what made you start using chewing tobacco, and do you still use it, or did you quit, by the way? I've been off that for many years. By the way, you should have won the WWE title in that cage match. I was mad when you lost. Thank you very much, Chase, for that. Again, roles. I remember I was told what was going on that day. I was a little bit blindsided by it. And I went, and me and Vince had a conversation, which was nothing over the finish. It was and that was actually a meeting he requested. It was because we were doing a thing where they did not want me wrestling over 10 minutes from a character standpoint because I'd been killing everybody. And so they wanted to keep a very short and exciting match. And I don't know if the actual bell-to-bell was around that. Very well, it probably, I would assume it was, but overall the match was much longer from entrances and then post-match on climbing the cell and the shell shock on the top. But cool thing was, again, you embrace the role, right? And that pay-per-view moved the needle on pay-per-view buy rates. I'm literally one of the last wrestlers, and along with Punk on that, because it takes two to tango, that moved the needle in a very positive way as being draws on a show, which it was my first time in the main event, and a lot of stuff had gone into that. So there were a lot of things that play with that. But ending that pay-per-view on top of the cage, on the Hell in the Cell, in a very powerful moment, even though it was playing the role of the loser that night, even with interference and all that. It was a very cool moment. Guys, you guys got me going on here. Now I got to get to the Feed Me More Nutrition stuff. At the Feed Me More Nutrition Weekend Live, I got people that want to know what is the sale today, tomorrow, and Sunday till midnight Pacific. I'm giving you guys, we just did this sale for the text and email subscribers. Sign up for those lists on feedmemore.com if you want to save 25% on your next orders. But guys, I'm giving you 50% off our ISO Hungry Fruity Cereal, only our fruity cereal protein. Once it's gone, it's gone. It's out of stock forever, guys. No limit to how many you could buy. The only requirement is to get 50% off is you got to buy at least two. You buy at least two of them, you get 50% off, guys. All right. I told you guys the other day we had somebody buy 20 of them on the text message deal, or the email on that one. I'm sorry, for the email of the week. So check that out. There's no limit to how many you could buy. 50% off. Just have to buy two. It's in the details, in the comments after the video as well. Use discount code FRUITY50, FRUITY50 to save 50% off on the ISO Hungry Fruity Cereal. Must buy two to be eligible. You could buy 10, you could buy 7, but you can't buy one. You got to buy two. All purchases that try to buy one will be canceled out by the system. Minimum requirement, 2 proteins on that, guys. If you signed up for the text and email, though, you could have just bought one. So sign up for that because we get better discounts on the text and email. All right, let's rock and roll. What's going on? Feed me more questions. Health, fitness. Oh, we got a super chat. B. Luigi running up his mom's credit card this afternoon. Oh, remember the guy in the locker room that you humiliated? You made him fill up his bag with water. Well, first of all, guys, it wasn't me that made him do that. It was Vince, if we're speaking honestly. But yes, I was in there for that. He talked back and said, "This is all I have." Then you slapped him hard. Yes, we also had sound thing boards in there where they echo, so it makes the sound amplified much more with that. And on that, and that was a segment on everyone I slapped. Everyone always knew they were being slapped. That was slapped. It was in the script. At least it was on my script. Maybe it wasn't on theirs. It was always on mine. And but we walked through that, and that was live. And that guy, I interviewed him on my podcast, the Ryback Show, and amazing guy. And it was a lot of fun. We got another super chat here. Micro99 Dupe says, "Hey, Ryback, I have a question. So when people have a feud in WWE and they hate each other, are they usually friends outside of WWE?" I think everyone has different relationships with everyone. Most people are professional though, and able to work with anyone in pro wrestling. You know, I always, even though me and Cena don't see eye to eye on certain things, and other things we do, but we always were able to be cordial and respectful of one another in person and do business. That's what being a great pro wrestler is all about. So I'm sure there's, I'm pretty easygoing. If you read dirt sheets and the lies that are out there, you might have a different opinion of what you think I am. But the people that know me know I'm pretty easygoing. I'm laughing the majority of the time I'm around anybody. It is being silly, having fun, and when we be serious, we're serious. And I know how to turn it on, and I know how to be very serious when I need to be very serious, which I feel is the best way to be in life. And I'm not like insecure either on things. I think, and not to say that I'm not insecure about things I'm human, but like in general, like I'm very secure and happy, and I'm okay. Like people thinking like, oh, Ryback's a little silly. That silliness isn't going to stop me from turning it on, or if I really do need to defend and be, you know what I'm saying? That has no bearing on that. So whatever limitations people may have on that, I don't have. But yeah, some guys you're friends with more than others. It's just that's anything in life. There's fighters that go fight in the UFC that get along well and they train together sometimes. And then you got guys that hate each other, and then so yes, let's get more health and fitness questions. You're starting to really piss me off with all these wrestling questions. Super chat from B Luigi. B Luigi with the says, "What's your opinion on Paul Heyman?" Because I remember the time he asked you to join him. I think Paul is very creative, and I think Paul has lasted a very long time in pro wrestling, which is not it's not an easy thing to do, but it is a much easier thing to do as a manager and speaker. Uh, I feel because you're not dealing with the wear and tear on your body, even though the traveling at times and whatnot. But Paul's very talented. Paul helped me out a lot early on in my career. I was not a fan of our time working together in WWE. I was pulled out of my bully gimmick that was really, really getting a lot of heat. After getting really, really over and having that rug pulled out from underneath, I was not happy to have it done again for a situation where it was not in my best interest from a character standpoint. And there were no long-term plans. It was just simply a way for him to extend his feud with CM Punk. And he was working with Punk hand in hand on all of that, where he should have been working with me to get what can we do to maximize and have a major run with the Ryback character. But it is what it is. And it was I learned a lot backstage on that. See, I'm very positive and easygoing, and I can overcome anything, whatever. But there's a lot of people that are very shady and will do things and have conversations behind your back. See, I'll just tell you what I think to your face, which I think is very admirable and respectable. And if you have an issue with it and you want to throw down or you want to be a man, I welcome that. I that excites me. If you want to have a physical altercation with me, okay? Paul didn't, and I told him everything I thought to him to his face. And Paul didn't want to take it to the next level on that. And everything was done. We did our business. We went our separate ways. And we were able to still talk after that at different times, but we never did business in any situation. Not to say that we never would or could, but I know who and what he is, and that's who he is. And in that business, I left. I created my own business, my own streams of income where I don't have to be reliant on one stream of income and mind my P's and Q's when bad things are going on. But it is what it is. I don't hate the guy. I think, like I said, he's very creative, but I didn't want him talking for me either. That's the other thing. A lot of people, I could talk. I could more than hold my own with a microphone. And I just don't like when I have to go out and read really bad lines. And I have no say over those lines. That's something I'm not a fan of, and not having any input on it. So, but with that said, I still got really, really over, and at one point was probably the most over guy in pro wrestling reading lines, even though it was very one dimensional at the time early on, but it worked. So, and I'm thankful for all of it. You guys, the Twitter polls are not real. I can't stress this enough. I appreciate all the love and support on them. They are marketing. It's for marketing for Feed Me More Nutrition, guys. And I'm going to be doing a fifth poll at some point maybe even this weekend with this Feed Me More Nutrition fruity cereal sale with the 50% off on it. And those people will all once again jump on. Hopefully my friends over the wrestling chatters sway the vote back in my favor, but it's all meant to increase the engagement on my Twitter that is suppressed right now. And I've said this honestly. So I don't know what else to tell you guys on that. Have fun with it. Laugh at the people that take it serious. That's all I can tell you, because I certainly do. Good question here. Non-wrestling scavenger project. I thank you for the non-wrestling question. Big guy, I got a question for you. What's your favorite food that you have had on the channel? With your answer, what would you change about the food? I'm going to go with the modern vegan Mac Attack burger is the best hamburger I've ever had. The Ryback burger is a close second from the modern vegan. And I might be a little biased because it's my name. But the modern vegan Mac Attack, I would not change a thing. And that with a serving of fries or sweet potato fries will blow your balls off. Good to see all of you guys. Hello, hello. Would I join AEW? Guys, I've been very open. I'm getting my shoulder ready. And when I actually just sent Cody a text message a little bit ago about something. So, you guys, I don't think people understand that. And I don't know, that doesn't mean anything as far as where I'm going to go. There's a lot of variables at play. I got to get this remaining scar tissue in my shoulder. We have to see, what options are available. And we'll go from there and to see what will be in the best interest of both parties. And I've always been very creative. I've got several different ideas, all different directions. And, I'd like to just kind of wait. And I focus on my shoulder right now. And then when I have this kind of mapped out on what I need to do for when it happens. And when it happens, it happens. My life is amazing right now. I'm healthy. I enjoy just no stress as far as under stress with business, but like with the wrestling stuff, my life is so carefree in that sense of not worrying about, and this is, again, it goes more WWE than in other promotions. And I know for people, it's not nearly as bad at that end, but I enjoy just having fun and living in the real world and growing my business. It's a beautiful thing. I love Jinder Mahal. Me and Jinder have always got along very well. And Jinder, I'm very happy for Jinder and the success that he's had. I'm happy for everybody that is in WWE. And since I've left, a lot of guys that were in roles, playing roles that were much less than they were now. I'm very. I got to make sure I turn off on the Stationhead my interruptions. The phone cut off the thing for a minute. I'm happy for the guys that were playing roles, like the 3MB guys, like with Drew and Jinder. I mean, they were losing to me in a 3-on-1 match with Heath, when I was there. And again, I was in running hot there and on my way up. And to see that both former WWE champions and the roles that they played, I'm very happy for them. And that doesn't take away from my success or what I'm doing and what I'm going to do. I want everyone to be successful. And it makes me happy to see that because they're good guys and they've worked very hard and they've overcome a tremendous amount of adversity. Every guy that makes it to that level has faced significant adversity one way or the other, whether it's wrestling related or not. So it's very, very happy. Yeah, cooking with the big guy. I want it to be called Cooking with the Chef, SHEFF for the Sheffield. My opinion on tofu. I love tofu. It's used in a lot of the vegan foods at different places. A lot of the sushi places like Chef Kenny's and Veggie House here in Vegas, is that use a tofu along with seitan, but tofu, it's a complete protein. It's a superfood. It is amazing. The phytoestrogens do not raise your estrogens. That's a big misconception that is been funded by the meat and dairy industry to try to make people have a negative. Because I used to have it. I used to be like, oh, tofu, that's going to make me get man boobs, right? Give me gyno. It's going to make my estrogen. It's going to make me a little sissy boy. Doesn't happen. Lies. I have the blood work showing me it doesn't happen. Good to see all of you guys. We do have a new blog coming out, guys, on feedmemore.com. I actually got to check my email. It might be in there now. It's going to be a vegan a guide for beginners on what to buy to start the vegan diet, by the way. And then I'm going to actually probably do either a spin-off blog off of it, or I'm going to add to that my thoughts at the end with any little pieces. And I gave them some of my suggestions and ideas. So I've had a little bit of input on it. And I ultimately approve it and can get some changes on it. But I get a lot of questions on that. And I highly urge all of you to go to the feedmemore.com website and check out our free blog content. Go to the menu, click on blogs, and we got it categorized into 4 different categories. I think mindset, nutrition, supplementation, and working out and workouts. Check that out, please. Guys, there's a lot of valuable free information on there that I think will really, really help you. We got a new member of the Scavenger Project. Welcome to the newest Rybacker. Thank you very much, my man. Again, guys, if you could please join the Stationhead app as we gear up for the Ryback show moving over there. It's going to still be doing all this, but you'll be able to communicate with me directly on that here. I got to get that off. I am big thank you to the Russell Chatters out there. I do not know him. I always had great interactions with Brock Lesnar. I've talked. He used to use my workout bands, and all the conversations we ever had were pleasant. So I don't know what. I don't concern myself with stuff like what, like. Hey, what's the backstage opinion of Brock Lesnar? Like, I don't. I always had great interactions with him. I thank you guys. I announced it earlier on another thing, but you guys, for Ryback TV, we're growing rapidly. We actually, to TikTok, just got to 932,000 followers on TikTok. So thank you guys there. But on Ryback TV, I think we've hit 325,000 subscribers. If we get to 500,000 subscribers on Ryback TV by the end of August, the final day of August, if we get to 500,000 subscribers this summer, I will do the Mad Dog Plutonium #9, the Johnny Scoville spoonful deal on top of a Pocky one chip challenge. I don't know if anybody's ever done that, guys. It's possibly the hottest video in the history of hot videos. I will do that as a thank you. I will put my health on the line for 500,000 subscribers by the end of August. So you guys got a lot of work to do to share these channels. On the suppression going on with Twitter, we got a lot of work to do, but this is my way of trying to create some excitement on the channel, and my thank you to you guys for that. And then Russell Chatters, you get me to 1 million subscribers, I'll do a 2-hour exclusive interview on your channel. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let's see if Man of Steel. He says he's on here on the app. I'm gonna see if it lets us talk on here. See if it's working. Man of Steel, you there? Man of Steel, can you hear me? Let's cancel that. I don't know if he's in there or not. These are all test runs. This isn't all set up properly. They're waiting until they get back. I just have it on here because I got the thing. We're trying to get everybody to join the Stationhead app. Another super chat from Blasting Ground. Let me go ahead and pull you up on the screen here, my man. Give me 1 second. Ryback did 6 mile hike the other day, waiting for my joint pain. Feed me more nutrition now. What's your favorite genre of music, please? And thank you. Stay hungry. De Louisiane. I don't know how to pronounce that. De Louisiane. Congratulations, man. 6 mile hike. That's intense on that. I can't wait for you to get it also. And really, really, I would also add turmeric on your meals is great for inflammation with that. But we have a very, very good amount of turmeric in that. Man, I love all music. I like I said, I have a wide array of music I listen to. I've told stories about at the gym, I had Hatebreed on playing very intense music. And a fan walked up to me and I had my phone it was on shuffle. And the headphones were like really loud, and you can hear headphones when I had them too loud. And which my phone actually reminds me all the time to turn the sound down, and I do, because I was just like, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't want to not be able to hear when I'm older. I have great hearing now. Got my ear fixed many years ago from my busted eardrum. But anyways, we're getting ready to take a picture, and I have my headphones. I think I took them off for the picture, and I'm holding them, but I didn't shut the music off. And I was like, Hatebreed's playing, everything's cool. It probably thinks I'm real badass. And then right as we're getting ready to take the picture, I just hear, it was as if it was all of a sudden on a megaphone. And this is a day, I'm pretty sure I lost a fan this day. It was as if my phone had a megaphone placed right in front of it. And I just echoed, "It's Britney, bitch." And the song, I had some Britney Spears songs on there. And it played a Britney Spears song. And the guy just, we looked at each other, we like made eye contact, kind of broke away. And we took the picture. He was kind enough to still get the picture. I'm sure he deleted it shortly after. And I finished my workout, and I never saw the guy ever again at the gym. So it's wide list of music. I love everything. I love Limp Bizkit, Drowning Pool. It's really I listen to classical music. It's really the only thing I don't really listen to is country. Man of Steel, it is working, but I actually, it might be off right now. Now that I'm looking at the state, because the phone, I didn't shut off my. Let's go ahead. Yeah, it's off. I got to make sure when I go live on that, I have my phone. There's some internet stuff. Oh, I tell you guys, I get a little frustrated because the Cox Communications, I'm hardwired. A lot of weird stuff going on. A lot of weird stuff, but we just keep going. Stationhead is not up right now. That connection was just shut off. Super sticker, thank you very much. Hey, Austin, the old Scroggins, the Scrogginator. Hey, big guy, showing love from North Little Rock, Arkansas again. Thank you very much, Scroggins. You guys know I'm not returning back to WWE. I'm involved in a trademark deal with them, which they're getting their ass kicked thoroughly right now in all of that. And that is not scheduled to end until like January or February of 2022. So they've actually desperately filed. They want the case thrown out, and they've provided fraudulent information to the USPTO, which blows my mind. They've got a new team of attorneys that is completely clueless to anything, and they are just getting smoked. So they're actually it's pretty funny. I wish people I laugh because Vince is spending way more than I have to for his team of attorneys, and my one attorney is kicking their entire team's ass on this entire thing, which is why I've gotten everything all along. The guy's brilliant. I've been very blessed to to get a great attorney. So, but I'm not, guys. The polls are marketing for Feed Me More Nutrition. I love the love and support. I will make a decision based off when I'm healthy, and we'll go from there. I don't know how many times I could tell you guys that, and you don't listen. Either you listen or you don't listen. I advise you, if you watch me, listen. Banana Republic, do I think peanuts are a good snack? Yep, I would do. If you want to really make those peanuts even more powerful, I would throw 2 or 3 Brazil nuts in, and I would do 2 servings of pistachios with those, and you'll be a very happy man. And if you're married or have a girlfriend, she'll be a very happy lady as well. Look up the benefits of pistachios for the penis. What's up? Yes, I was with the Nexus. Arian, and then you go, so then what about the Twitter poll? I mean, Arian, what part of it did you not understand, my man? I don't know. I don't know how to be any more direct with you guys on all of it. I love the love and support. It's great. But the polls are marketing for Feed Me More Nutrition. I've said this from the very beginning. No, I will never, ever put my future into people's hands. Why would nobody, no logical, rational thinking, smart human being would do that, guys? Come on. It's great. But it's just enjoy it. It's fun. Thank you very much. Nepal, what's going on? Paras, good to see you guys. Thank you for joining me. My favorite food, man, I do my performance meals. Those are my breakfast with the Beyond, 2 Beyond sausages and nutritional yeast and a little bit of pinto beans or black beans with some vegetables and a little side dish of blueberries and a banana and watermelon. That definitely is up there. England, what's going on? Poland, how do you get a one-arm Polak out of a tree? You'll wave to him. I learned that joke as a kid. Here I am at 39 years old telling it. Good to see you guys. My friends in India, I ask you guys not to spam the chat, please. Let's try to save the chat for questions. It will make it easier for me to get to everyone's questions. I appreciate the love. Let's just assume the love is there. The love is there. We recognize the love, and I thank you for it. Let's let people actually communicate that are watching and ask questions, please. Any supplement company that uses artificial sweeteners and colors, I do not think highly of. That's it. Bill, we're waiting. When will I be restarting the Ryback show? We're waiting. I got to get this final piece hooked up where it's going to allow me to stream live through all the various platforms as well as through the Stationhead app. Where need everyone to go download the Stationhead app and just type in @Ryback on there and subscribe. It's all free, and you get live notifications when I'm going live anyway. So when YouTube and these other platforms don't tell you when I'm going live, which they don't for a lot of my followers and subscribers, this app will. And then you can watch on YouTube or you can listen through the Stationhead app, and you guys could actually call in. I could talk to you live on this show one-on-one. You don't have to be seen on video, as well as we could do some video chats from time to time as well here too. Yes, it is available on iPhone. It's available on everything. Stationhead. Bill, thank you. And I believe we're going to be uploading it probably to the podcast platform still as well. I'm going to wait and see. and that way everything is up and running. I didn't necessarily hate working with anyone. I do have one answer, and I'm not going to get into it because I don't even want to give the guy's name a mention because he's done forever with me. But he was always the least excited I would get just because he was just completely lazy. And it is what it is. It's not. Yeah, Jordan, we do have a new product. It wasn't listed on the site yet. It's our Too Sweet insulin optimizer glucose support. We're getting the product page all done up. I got to approve everything, go through that and approve that. And then we're going to get it up for pre-sale while it's in production. I'm anticipating it being available in the next 3 to 4 months at the latest. You guys, again, everybody, what I'm going to have to start doing, guys, unfortunately, for my friends, if you guys continue to spam the chat with things that aren't not questions, we're going to have to block you, unfortunately. And I don't want to have to do that, guys, but I need this to be able to see. And this isn't all. It is health and fitness supplementation, mindset, some pro wrestling. And when you start spamming it with just comments, guys, it really it takes away from the show. It is the afternoon here, Friday afternoon. Hello, hello. Instagram. Uh, the name of the app is Stationhead. Stationhead. Was I nervous stepping in the ring for the first time? The first time was training and for Tough Enough at Tracks, I believe, in Connecticut with Al Snow and Bill DeMott and the crew. And I think we were all. I definitely was nervous. We were all learning together. So, but you get going, you start kind of. It's just when you first do it, it's it's like anything else. You just got to keep working at it, and it gets easier with repetitions and time. JWVFXS, what's your opinion on people who can only eat chicken, goat, and fish? What can they do to get the best out of them? Yeah, I don't know. And I know there's certain medical conditions where people supposedly can't eat like high carbs or things like that. But there's ways. So again, the vegan diet, there's so many different foods you could eat that are not high carbs. There's ways that the diet, and I sometimes think that that's an out for people where they're like, well, that's just the easiest, most convenient thing based off of like doctors oftentimes will tell you things based off what they think people will do for convenience. Like I've seen that doctors were like, well, you should do a vegan diet because health wise, that's the best thing. Realistically, people aren't going to do that. So we'll say minimize your animal consumption, or they'll tell you if you eat a meat diet, eat as much fruit and vegetables as possible, which not everyone does, unfortunately. So I don't know. I would just say if you're going to do it, try to just find the highest quality possible. But nobody ever is. We're having some connection issues. The wind is really bad in Vegas also today where I'm at. So I'm hoping that is not going to be a continued thing. But yeah, I would just say try to find stuff that's not filled with a bunch of antibiotics and inhumane living conditions. I don't know though. I just think once you go vegan, you look at things and you see things and you just kind of get woken up to, we're like, why are we doing that? And there's just, the current system is not right regardless. So I love the wrestling. I love wrestling. There's good and bad with any industry. I think the wrestling industry will continue to get better. And I think having AEW and them growing at the rate they are is going to bring a lot of more positive changes quicker than it would if they were not here. I've never visited Nepal. If you're on the road eating, again, you just want to look for the healthiest options and eating real food as much as possible on that. There's always healthy options. You can always get vegetables. You can always get healthy. You can get beans and rice. There's so many ways to eat healthy on the road. Salads, there's, you got to look at things. There's fruit dishes. There's oatmeal at most places. It's not difficult. I don't eat chicken. I've been vegan now for over 9 months. Super chat here. You guys slow it down. Slow it down on the spamming. Hobo Cop says, "Hey Ryback, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for answering the questions in the last stream. Is the idea of soy encouraging the production of estrogen false?" Yeah, the phytoestrogens don't raise your estrogen. And a lot of that, the research and things that were put out were funded by the meat and dairy industry, and which I believed a lot of it prior. And then once you actually look at soy and it's a superfood, things like tofu, and that it is very, very beneficial. Uh, it's a complete protein as well. And I think it's very beneficial. And at the same time, I don't eat it like every meal, but I'll have it here and there, and I enjoy it. And some people eat it every day. I enjoy different protein things. But when I go out to eat at a vegan place, a lot of the sushi places and things here, which by the way, if you're ever in Vegas, hit up Chef Kenny's or the Veggie House. Veggie House is a little closer to the strip. Both aren't far, horribly far, but they have their vegan food. You won't even know the difference. I think it's actually better than regular sushi. Hobo Cop, hey Ryback, thanks for answering the question on the last stream. Is the idea? Oh, sorry, that was the one I just read. I thought a new one popped up. Pakistan, hello. Palestine, hello, hello. If you want to gain weight, the easiest way to get increasing your calories with quality food. Typically, though, you usually will increase your carbohydrates on that, and which will allow you to have one more energy and put on weight a bit faster. But you want to do it with quality food. Casey Anderson says, "Thank you for the super chat. What can I stack the 10 count creatine with? Is it good for cutting and gaining muscle? Keep doing you, Ryback. Always motivating and positive." Thank you, Casey. I drink it. I'm drinking it right now with my Pump City because the 10 count creatine actually has an ingredient called glycer pump in it that increases your pump while training. So I think I take 10 grams with my Pump City and 10 grams of ribose, which is great for your heart and for endurance, actually. But either that or the Wake Up Unlimited Energy would go very, very well with. And I'm a big, big fan of creatine. It's great for increasing strength, and it's proven to increase strength. And I believe the stronger you are, the more muscle you could theoretically build, the better your workouts are. And I think, yes, it would be good. And if you're cutting, it's going to help you preserve lean muscle mass easier or better. Again, guys, check out our Feed Me More Nutrition sale all weekend long until Sunday, midnight Pacific. Save 50% on our ISO Hungry Fruity cereal. Only requirement is you got to buy at least 2 of them. Guys, you get 50% off. There's no limit to how many you could buy as long as you purchase at least 2 on that. And when we're out forever on that fruity cereal. Discount code Fruity50 on feedmemore.com. And we'll have everything in the description in the comments as well. We'll do one more question, guys, and I got to run. We're approaching 50 minutes here, and I gotta head out. Where that was a good question on the. Joseph asks, good question, Joseph. Is the 2-sweet insulin optimizer glucose support going to be similar to the Shell Shock? It's going to stack very well, and we will have that stack made available as well. This is more in the ingredients that we're using is for people to able to process their carbohydrates better. A lot of people have high insulin resistance where carbs are a great source of fuel. And unfortunately, it's the one thing people tend to overeat, or they don't eat the right ones. And they don't, and again, and with the way the food system is, we have more people than ever suffer from diabetes and these things. We're not processing carbohydrates as efficiently as we used to. A lot of people are borderline diabetic and don't even know it. This product will help you process and use those carbohydrates better, increasing your metabolism, which would then, like stacking it with Shell Shock with the ingredients in that, which are completely different. It's like a beautiful 1-2 punch. But they work in different ways on that. Whereas so for example, just to kind of, and to give you a little more insight, the Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner, we use research-proven ingredients like the matcha green tea, which shows consuming matcha green tea can increase your metabolism 10 to 12% in a given day. So when you take that consistently with the other ingredients, you're increasing your metabolism, right? So, and then if you're processing carbohydrates better, it's definitely the products, and they do what the label says, and they work very, very efficiently at that, but work in a little bit different ways on that end. All right, you guys, I'm going to have to hop off here. I thank you all. I hope you have a great Friday, and stay safe out there. And I always appreciate the love and support. Get me to 500,000 here on Ryback TV. I'll do the Mad Dog Plutonium #9 on top of a Pocky 1-chip challenge. The hottest hot video I've ever done and ever will probably do. And I'll have to make sure I have an enormous meal and probably build my tolerance a bit up going into that. If we get me to 500,000 on Ryback TV before the end of August, guys, I will do that video as my thank you for 500,000 subscribers. Thank you very much, guys. And yes, I would love to visit Nepal one day. And I think it's something that probably at some point will happen. So have a good one, guys. Stay hungry, stay hungry, stay hungry. And remember, leave the haters in the comments while we win in the real world. Feed me